everyone, it's Robin, the Artsy Bohemian, coming to you from my studio in Los Angeles, California. I am happy you're here. I have a new project. It wasn't something that I thought of. I saw it from this really sweet YouTuber named MJ Reyes. It's been something I've been wanting to make for a while, and since there's been a little bit of a lull after Christmas, I thought it would be a good time to make it. It's super fun. It's one of those things that I think we all love, just using one file folder and making this adorable booklet out of it. It's like a little art journal. And also Trace of Sparkle. She made her version as well. So I'll leave both of their links down below so you can see what they did. They do have little tutorials as well. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like, and then I'm just going to give you the measurements on how to construct the bones of the book. So there's this flap, and I have some doilies on here and a crocheted part of a doily. This right here is part of the Tim Holtz Dresden die. This is also from Red Lead Paperworks, one of my favorite rubber stamp stores that most of you know about. It's a rubber stamp, and I stamped that on there. Initially, this took me forever to make because I thought, oh, I'm going to use this image that I really want to use, and I kept wanting to use it, and it just did not work. After about 2 hours, I'm like, okay, this is not working because there's so much going on. It's very gypsy, very bohemian style, and it just had a lot going on already. So I just thought, I'm just going to keep the paper. The paper is by Hobby Lobby. Some of you probably know it's one of the big 12 by 12 pads. And it opens up like this. There's a pocket here that I made. This image is from My Porch Prints, which I absolutely love. I bought the bundle mostly because of this image and another one. So I'll leave her link down below. My Porch Prints. She's on Etsy. And it's a pocket. There's a little booklet right here. It looks complicated, but it's not. I'll give you the measurements of everything. And like I said, it's just made with one file folder. And then you add the papers to it if you want. There's another pocket here. This is a tag I made a bazillion years ago, probably like 20 years ago. By the way, if you see anything that I show you and you want me to show you how to make it, just let me know. This is a fairly in-depth collage technique using an image and then stamping and different textures on there. There's a pocket here. And then this opens in the back. And there's another pocket. So it's just so much fun. I love making these things. They really have no purpose except that they're super fun to make. I mean, you could actually use it because, you know, there is area in here to write. So yeah. So there's a couple pockets back here. There's this pocket here. And then another pocket here. So I'm going to give you the measurements and how to cut out the file folder. And then from there, it's just a matter of gluing down all the papers that you want to include. I've been binging on and have really liked the IOD transfers. In fact, I have some right here. I'm going to be redoing a cabinet of mine, and I love the colors that they use. And I was thinking, well, maybe I could use them on a journal too. They're pretty big because they're made for furniture for the most part. I mean, you can use them on all kinds of things, but they're pretty large transfers. So I just have had those colors in my mind, and that's kind of what influenced me to make this. Okay, so you're just going to need a regular file folder, and you're going to cut it in half. And I'll put the measurements down there below. Here's the, I cut this all out, and then I put the measurements on it. And as we go, I'll tell you what the measurements are. And then also put them down in the description box. So we're going to cut this in half, and it's about 6 1/4 inches. And thank you everyone for your nice comments over the holidays. I know we all kind of are in that lull, and I noticed a significant drop off from my people watching, but I think it's because we're all kind of in that weird days after the holidays. At least I am. It's kind of hard to know what day it is and what time it is, and so I'm just going to double check this. So yeah, so this is the front part, and we're going to be cutting this so it's shorter and making a flap from the part that we just cut. So this is 6 1/4 inches wide. That's all you need to know right now. You're going to be keeping the other part, the other half that we cut. And by the way, you know, there's tabs on file folders, so keep that in mind when you're cutting it. You know, the tab for this is going to be on this side when it folds down. I covered it anyway, so it didn't matter. But that's just something for you to think about. And then you're going to be cutting this flap shorter so that you can make a flap on it, and that's 6 1/4. And you're going to be using the fold on the very end as your guide, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So most folders come with these pre-scored marks, and you're going to take it and flip it. So this is the front right here, and you're going to flip it, put it in your cutter, and at the 6 1/4 mark you're going to be cutting the end off. And you're going to be saving that. You can use it as a pocket and cover it. So this is your front. This is going to be the pocket, one of the pockets. I don't want to get too confusing, so I'll just leave it that way. So I'm going to put this to the side. So you have, this is what this is right here. And we're going to score it up here. I'm going to try to keep all these things together so I don't lose them. So you're going to score this top up here so that you can have a flap, and you're going to be scoring it at 2 1/4 and 2 1/2 from the edge, from this edge here. So here's 2 1/4. Oops, I put that flush there. And 2 1/2. And that'll give me a 1/4 inch gusset to fold it. So that's the first part. Yeah, I was going to show you how to like make the whole thing, but literally it took me probably 5 hours just to make that sample that I just showed you. And it was late at night, and I just thought I'm just going to show you what it looks like and then give you the measurements so you can make it yourself. So here's the flap for the front. Now we're going to do the pocket that, it's not actually the pocket, it's the part that holds the journal. And I don't want this. This was kind of confusing to me when they were explaining it, but it'll make sense as we go along. So this part here is the flap. This is the flap. And the pocket here is this. This is going to be the pocket. So this is just one piece. Sorry, my battery died. So I think I left off just telling you that this is one piece here, and that's what this is right here. There's the flap, and this is the pocket right here. And this is going to be a pocket once we glue down the sides. So now we're going to make this part here, which is going to open up, and we're going to make the front and the back pocket here. And that will be with the extra piece that we cut off from the file folder. So this is the second part. And get my measurements out here. So we're going to be cutting pieces off here, but again, those will be used if you want for pockets or tuck spots. So take your piece, the other piece of the file folder, so what I have on here is, so this is going to be as wide as it is when we cut it, and we're going to be doing 6 1/4. Let me just double check something here. I think they're both 6 1/4, just to make it easy. Yeah. So we're going to be cutting two pieces at 6 1/4. The only difference being is this one's going to be scored, but I'll show you that. So it just makes it easier to cut 6 1/4 here. You'll save those two pieces, and then we're going to cut. Now, this one, I'm going to cut right where the score is in the center here. I'm going to cut that in half. So I have my back, and if you want, you can just take your pencil and write the front and the back. That's what I did to kind of organize it all. So go ahead and do that right now. This is the back, because it's going to be covered up anyway. And this is the part that has this is already scored naturally. So I am just going to, there's 3 scores on here, and if you don't have scores that are already on there, then you're going to be scoring at 1/4 inch and then 1/2 inch. Because this little gusset here is going to attach to this other part here. This is the first one we did. Like that. You're only going to attach a 1/4 inch of the gusset on there. So you have this gusset right here, I should say. So it'll look like this. And that's it. You're going to cover the pieces of the file folder with your decorative paper, and you're going to just glue everything down. And so that's the bones of the journal slash file folder flippy thing. And so this part here when this opens, this is where you're going to be putting your little journal, your little signatures. And you're going to sew those down just like you normally would a pamphlet stitch. I just did a 2-hole stitch on there, and this gets put on the back like this. You're going to glue it on 3 sides so you have a pocket here. You're going to glue this on 2 sides so you have a pocket there. And then this is going to be glued down so it flips open. And then you're going to insert your signatures for your little journal. So I'll show you again, side by side. And you can look at a Trace of Sparkles video and also MJ Reyes and see what they did. Mine is completely different than theirs, which is lovely. I love how everybody has their own style. Just move this. And if you would like me to do a video just where I cover this and make another one similar to this, I will be happy to do that. Just let me know in the comments down below. So this is where the flap opens. And then this is where the book opens like this, once it's glued down. And here's the journal. And then here's the pocket. And then it's flipped over. And you have this pocket here, which is this. So that was the hardest part for me to kind of figure out. And once I did that, then you can just go crazy and, you know, pick a theme, color scheme that you want, and then just decorate, you know, as much as you want. And then I didn't use the extra pieces like they did, but you can do that, you know, and make pockets everywhere you want, anywhere you want. I just added my own pieces of cardstock because I just felt like it. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I also wanted to tell you, don't forget to sign up for my wait list below. If you're interested in taking your hobby or your art to the next level and you want to start selling it or open an online school or just do it as a hobby on the side and maybe set up a store. I've been doing this for a long, long time, and it's time for me to show people. I'm really excited to start this new class. So I just need to get an idea of how many people are actually interested in it. And you're going to actually help me build the class. It's going to be a kind of a founding members type of a online class where you get in at a really good price, and it's going to be good forever. And every time I add new content to it, you get it for free. It's going to be a live class, and you're going to get to meet me in person, well, you know, virtually over Zoom, and you get to ask me questions, burning questions that you've always wanted to know, whatever it is that has to do with a business. So if you've ever made something for somebody and had given it to them and they look at it and they go, you should sell this, this might be a good for you. If you're retiring or you're getting ready to retire and you want to, you know, start selling your journals online or whatever it is that you want to do, sign the waitlist down below. I will be sending out a survey asking you exactly what it is that you would like to learn, and we'll take it from there. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.